What's happening, party people? Today I'm here to review Making a Door Less Open by Car Seat Headrest. And this is the new Car Seat Headrest album. It is very cool. It is made by the band Car Seat Headrest, indie rock outfit, as Fantano would probably say, which contains 4 members. William Toledo, Seth Dalby, I think, Ethan Ives, and Andrew Katz, or Andy, as Pitchfork calls him. And Pitchfork gave this album a 6.6, which is really funny, because you're gonna find out soon that I have some opinions on this album. So this album is a bit of a change of pace from what Car Seat Headrest normally does. They usually do indie rock, I guess. I mean, I don't know what to say. They make rock and roll music. It's independent-ish. It's got a style, a unique style to it. Will Toledo has a unique voice. And in general, the attitude is quite depressive. I don't know what to call it. Like, sad. He makes sad music. He makes sad people music. So what's going on in this album? Will Toledo is like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a bit more electronic of an album, but I'm also gonna employ some EDM influences, and I'm also gonna play some doo-wop influences. I'm gonna hip-hop influence. It's like, dude fucking grabs from everywhere, which I really enjoy. The album starts off with the song Weightlifters, a song they teased like 2 years ago, I think. I remember seeing it live in 2019, and I knew the song existed back then. That was February 2019. And, you know, it sort of went like, ba-na-na-na-na, with the guitars, but they changed it, so now that guitar thing is sort of done and over with. It was a bit more there in some of the demos I heard months ago, because you know me, Car Seat Headrest mega fan, but changed a bit. There's a few parts with guitar, but it's mostly electronic, and the drums really fucking hit and kind of take center stage with Toledo's singing, which is mixed really high on this album. Not in a bad way, but I've just noticed Toledo's vocals are up here, you know, really, really high volume. And, you know, Will Toledo goes on, he's like, back when I had time to dream, I dreamed of ordinary faces, frozen in a spectrum of motions, trapped inside the wax museum. And my head been created, something is there, blah, 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 face, I should start lifting weights. So, you know, that's like the first verse. I remember every lyric of all these fucking songs, because I'm a weirdo. But, it's a weird start. It's Will Toledo usually doesn't have this sort of bombastic electronic feel. He never has. I mean, I guess Ending a Dramamine like had like some crazy synths in it, but that song was mostly like oh yeah, and like this is probably his weirdest opener, I guess. Not counting 1 and 2. And that transitions into Can't Cool Me Down, which is a single that came out. I liked it. It's like an 8 out of 10. It's probably one of my least favorite songs on the album, but it's still great. It's super catchy. I prefer the live version, though, that Will made. And next up, you're going to realize that there's like 4 different track list versions here. So I'll just start talking about the songs that I remember being in the track list. So there's Hollywood, which was a single, and it sounds like a fucking Rage Against the Machine song mixed with like Andrew Katz screaming, and just has a super catchy riff. Where it goes, you know, it's super heavy compared to everything else they made. It's such a wacky fucking song compared to all their other content. And yeah, it's kind of crazy, kind of wacky, kind of groovy. And a lot of people don't like it for some reason, because it differs from what Car Seat Headrest was making before, which I don't care about. After that comes Deadline's Hostile, which there's 3 different versions of this goddamn song, and all of them are like different, like way different. Each one is very different. Like Deadlines from the vinyl version is like dude, like fucking like the most fucking robotic drum beat of all time. And then Deadline's Hostile sounds like a Teens of Denial outtake with like a bit of the shitty synths from Cute Thing on Face to Face. And yeah. And then Deadline's Thoughtful is like electro house. It sounds like the Drove My Car beat from One Trade Danger. And that's the best one of all the Deadlines songs. And the only thing really tying them all together is this hook where Will Toledo turns on the Teens of Style voice filter and goes like fucking like that. I couldn't tell you what the fuck he's saying unless I check Genius. But yeah, he does that. He does a sounds like that on every version. But other than that, each one has pretty different lyrics. Thoughtful's the best by far, definitely. There Must Be More Than Blood. That was one of the singles too, and that used to be my favorite song until I heard another bop from this fucking album. And There Must Be More Than Blood is like a spiritual successor to the ending of Dramamine from How to Leave Town, and that it's just a bum 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 kind of bullshit, right? Not like Kimochi Warui, but like a bum 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 bum, you know. And Will Toledo sings about like flying on a red eye, a lot of kind of disconnected lyrics, but it seems to do a lot with planes, I've noticed. And the chorus is super amazing. It's hard to interpret some of the lyrics sometimes on this album, but this one appears to be about flights and maybe wanting this album to be more important, maybe. And also the verse about his dad, I think that exists. It's just there. I like it. I like a lot of the lyrics on this. And I think Martin is after that. Martin was one of the singles as well. And Martin fucking slaps, but it reminds me of 1937 State Park from fucking whatchamacallit, Teens of Denial, in that it has an outro that's better than the actual song, right? And yeah, it's just kind of a banger. I really like the outro. I like the horns on it. It's a lot more normal than all the other songs on this album, which, I mean, I don't know. Take that as you will. There's What's With You Lately, which is this short, folky sort of song. I haven't entirely gotten what the lyrics mean just yet, but it's sung by Ethan Ives, which is a first for Car Seat Headrest member Ethan Ives to be singing on one of the albums, I believe. He might have done backing vocals on some stuff on Teens of Denial, for all I know, or Face to Face. I have no idea, but I mean, this is his first song all his own. It's only a minute and like 30 seconds long. It's pretty good. I like the lyrics on it. It's an odd little standout. Oh fuck, I forgot him. HYMN. Yeah. There's him, and then there's him remix. Him is on the vinyl version, and it's like Will Toledo walking down like one of those highway tunnels and like singing the song through that. And it's okay. It's probably my least favorite. Him remix is a drum and bass remix of like that fucking song, which is weird. It's really weird, and I like it. I like weird. Yeah. And then depending on whatever track list, there's Life Worth Missing, which is either right before the final track or right before the penultimate track, I think is what it's called. And Life Worth Missing is the best song on the album. It reminds me of Kimochi Warui from How to Leave Town. This whole album reminds me of How to Leave Town quite a bit. Life Worth Missing is a fucking amazing song where you have this like synth line going on. Will Toledo goes like as if on cue, and he talks about wanting to like live a different life kinda, and he appears to, I don't know how to describe the verse that's the best part of the song. It's a little hard to decipher, I guess. Retards on 4chan were saying, I think Will's trying to say he's trans on this. No, I don't think so. This verse right here, like, I love it. Is fucking amazing in the song when he says shake, shake. It's fucking great. He's like, I hear women in my head with ordinary names, something something magic, like a malfunction in my brain. It's great. He also talks about finding a hole, climbing through a fence on the other side, maybe living a new life. Maybe he doesn't want to be famous, I guess. He's not really famous, but I mean, he wants to maybe live a less open life, I think is what he's trying to say, and that has to do with the title of the album too, making a door less open. I feel like maybe he doesn't want as much, I don't know, because I read that one interview where he's like, I'm fine with my personal life and being open with it in my music because it helps show my growth or whatever is what he said, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, and but it clearly the album title, Making a Door Less Open, he's trying to say he doesn't want that, like he doesn't want the amount of openness that he's shown before, maybe. And then there's the last song, Famous, which is fantastic, has these weird pitched fucking vocals, has this amazing drum beat, and he's like, matter, goes up as matter, and it's really cool. You have those experimental vocals on it or whatever, right? And it sounds super cool. A lot of people are saying it's not a exciting ending, which, I mean, did it have to be exciting? I mean, is Joe Goes to School your hype song, bro? Is Teens like, shut the fuck up. You had Life Worth Missing, and you had There Must Be More Than Blood. All right, those are your intense emotional moment tracks. Famous is like this sort of calm down, and it's like, I don't know. Take with it as you will. I still gotta listen to this album plenty more times, and I will. But I wanted to make a review showcasing my thoughts that nobody cares about, and yeah, I give this album a 9 out of 10.